All right. I just wanted to say that this is a fictional role play, and we're going to get started. So, hi, Bethany. How are you doing?
Hey, I'm good.
Okay. Well, thank you for seeing me again.
hmm
So last time we talked just sort of openly and in general about your life and some things that are going on, and you mentioned you're type 1 diabetic, so you've been dealing with that for a long time.
hmm
Yeah, and so we didn't really get into it too much, but you said that you're possibly might want to make some changes coming up here, and I didn't know if you wanted to talk more about that today.
Yeah, it's really been weighing on me lately. I hadn't been seeing my endocrinologist, who's my, doctor for my diabetes. I hadn't seen him in probably 2 years. I used to go, honestly, I used to go because my mom would make me go, and I was still living at home at that time. And then I kind of got out on my own, and my diabetes, I really didn't mess with. I mean, I knew it was bad in the moment, but I just didn't care. And so I finally, my mom gave me a pep talk, and I finally went and saw him. Well, my A1C was absolutely terrible. It was like almost 10, which is really bad. It's supposed to be like 6 or under.
Mm-hmm.
And the guilt that I had in that, I mean, I just wanted to run away and never come back. But I needed it. Had I not went and seen him, and him giving me the sob story of what's going to happen to me if I keep it up, I would probably still not be checking my blood sugars, not taking my shots, and setting myself up. So I really want to. I mean, I know it's going to be hard because I'm so used to just not really acting like I have diabetes, but the reality is I do, and it's really does affect me, and I'm ready to get my mind on board with it.
Okay. So it sounds like you went to the doctor recently and sort of got some scary results, maybe.
Yeah, it was just like a reality check. I mean, it was nothing that I hadn't heard, ever since I was diagnosed, but I guess the older I get, it really started to sink in when he was talking about people my age, what was happening to people my age. I was just like, I don't want that. I don't, it's not that I don't want to be healthy. It's just being diabetic is so much work. And I just have to mentally get there and say, I gotta commit to taking better care of myself. So it really, I told my doctor that. I told him that what he was saying to me was finally actually sinking in, and I was hearing him this time. I wasn't just kind of going through the motions to, get my prescription and get out of there.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so it sounds like with everything the doctor said and with you sort of thinking about your future, you're almost ready for a change, maybe, to take a little more responsibility with your care.
Yeah, I am. I'm really scared. Now that I live out on my own, I have friends who don't even know I have it just because of the way I am. I mean, I don't portray myself as a diabetic.
Sure.
And so I know it's going to be a shock factor for them, me starting to, take my meter out at dinner and check my blood sugar and give myself shots. I'm almost more apprehensive because of that. Because, I know I can do it, but it's just like, I feel like I'm going to be changed in everyone else's eyes too. And like, oh, she has diabetes. Oh, I don't know. It's just worries I have about that.
Okay. So, I mean, you mentioned that, you can make the change, and absolutely you can. You have the power to, and the power to take care of yourself. And so for these other people who are going to see you as being diabetic once you're poking around them and taking shots, I mean, hypothetically, what do you think is going to change in their eyes if they see you as diabetic? Do you think it's really going to change how they feel about you?
I don't know. It's just something I think I've just avoided it for so long, re-explaining everything. And then, being diabetic, I always get well, growing up anyways, I always got you shouldn't eat that. Oh, that's got sugar in it. And it was just so annoying. And I really think that pushed me towards, you know what, I'm not even going to acknowledge it, because people's perception who aren't diabetic, who've never had it, they automatically think that I'm overweight or I got diabetic because I ate too much sugar when I was little, and it's like I had no control over this. And so it's more just me dealing with it and saying, yes, this is what I have, and educating people, because that's the only way they're going to learn the difference, or, why I am the way I am, and that it doesn't make me a sickly person. It's just, part of my genes.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it sounds like you're almost empowered in a sense where you're wanting to change people's perceptions and take responsibility of your health. And I mean, that's a really positive change. So, I mean, if you do make this change, what do you think will happen in the future?
I think I know that I'll be healthier, and I think I'll just set myself up for a longer life, that's healthy. The whole idea of kids, like, that's something I don't want right now, but it is something I want. And I know in order to get there, I have to take care of my body, because if I'm not taking care of myself, there's no way I'm going to get pregnant or have a good pregnancy, or my baby's going to be okay. So I think those are what drives me too, because in the back of my mind, I know that, okay, I'm getting older, I'm growing up. Those are things I'm going to be doing. They kind of help motivate me now that, all right, you're not 16 anymore. It's time to deal with it and be an adult.
Okay. I mean, that makes sense. You're listing all these responsibilities and sort of hopes for the future. And taking care of yourself is really going to help play out in a positive way instead of a negative way.
Right.
So that's good. So have you made any other changes in your life like this before, or in the past? Have you sort of gone in waves of taking care of yourself and then not, or, like, what has motivated you in the past to do it?
This is honestly the first time that I'll have done it on my own.
Okay.
I've done it in the past, but I've always lived at home. So it was always my mom kind of micromanaging me, and it drove me crazy. And I think that was part of my rebellion too. Once I did get out, because I was just like, I don't have my mother, saying, what was your blood sugar, So that was a lot of it. I had to grow up on my own and figure things out on my own. But this is the first time that I'll really be fully responsible for myself. And it kind of excites me, actually, because I just, like, I'm really competitive. And so I'm trying to just make it into a game. Like, how low can I get my A1C? How long can I stay in my target range for my blood sugars? And I'm just going to try to look at everything that way instead of, I got to take my shot. I got to take my blood sugar again.
Yeah. It sounds like you're setting yourself up for a positive instead of failure almost. And it's a challenge,
Yeah. Well, I've had, like I said, 2 years of just total non-compliance on my part. And I know that I can't do that long term. I'm already worried about what kind of long-term damage I've done to my body just for that time period. So that's motivating too, that I've got to fix myself just to, hopefully counteract what I've already done.
Sure, I understand. And I'm sure you're going to be feeling 10 times better.
Yes.
Also.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, so what do you think is going to be a good first step to get you into, this positive outcome of change?
I think for me, what I need to do first, and what I would think, I'm always with my friends. I'm always doing something with them. I'm out in the community or whatever. And I think I would just like to sit down with them and kind of all at once and say, okay, look, here's the truth. I've always been diabetic, but I've got to do this, because I think it's going to hold me more accountable.
Sure.
If I just tell them, I'm doing this for my health, I need your guys' support, this is what's going to change, this is what's not going to change. But I almost feel like, for me, if it were just me changing and me not telling anybody about it, then it's really easy for me to quit and just say,
Yeah.
So I think, and I know my friends are super, super supportive. So I know they're going to be on board, and all this in my head is just me. It's just my own anxiety.
But I think that's good. You'll have some that back support.
Yeah.
Keep you going also if you ever feel like, I've sort of fallen off the wagon a little bit.
Right. Right.
Mhm.
I think that is my first step. I mean, obviously, I'm gonna have to check my blood sugars more and do my shots before I eat, not 5 hours after, and
Right.
all that. But I just need that accountability, like going in. That okay, she's making this change. We've got to help her, and I know they will.
That's great. That's great to have that support. So, say on a scale from 0 to 10, how confident are you that you're going to be able to make these changes?
I'd say right now I'm probably at a 7.
Okay. Why do you say a 7 compared to maybe a 9 or 10?
Just because this is my first big thing I've done that I'm like, I have the confidence, but it's the first thing I've done on my own that I'm totally responsible for. So I think I'm more scared of the responsibility and not, like you said, not falling off the wagon. But maybe it will. Maybe after it's a 7 now. Maybe after my conversation with my friends, it'll be more. I think their reaction is going to gauge my confidence or boost it, I hope.
Okay. And hopefully they'll be right along with you saying, yeah, let's make this happen, a positive change so we can keep you longer in the future and keep you healthier.
Right. I know they will. I just need to do it.
I understand. So that's great. It sounds like we've talked quite a bit about making positive changes and some ways for you to step into that and start it, and also to remind yourself you have the support, and to remind yourself as you go, you're doing this to better your future and possibly your kids' future and all that sort of a thing. So is there anything else you feel like you would want to talk about for this session, or we can always meet again later?
Yeah, no, I would probably like to meet after I have that conversation, because I think then I'll be able to really like nail down what my goals are and kind of set a plan. I think that would be good.
Okay, that sounds good. And let's plan on meeting next week at the same time, and we can work on more stuff then.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.